suddenly I feel underprepared. The other night I said some stupid things.
Doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. I'm very sorry.
Thanks.
Good luck. Although I am surprised you stayed on after the bombshell about wife number one.
That is a separate issue.
Well, both women were married to Tom Flannery and both women were found dead at the bottom of the stairs.
Legally, it's a separate issue.
Oh, legally? You're quite right, yes it is.
Fortunately, Dr. Cunningham was standing next to me when I saw WPC Gould on the drive. He will corroborate my account.
Dr. Cunningham, you're still under oath.
I do recall meeting two uniformed officers, one male, one female. I do not recall either one of them having blood on their clothes. But I have absolutely no reason to doubt Dr. Alexander's recollection.
Let's be clear, Dr. Cunningham, are you saying that WPC Gould did not have blood on her uniform?
No, I am saying that I personally did not notice any. But it was dark, there were a lot of people milling around, and I was being briefed by DS Vedder.
Thank you, Dr. Cunningham. That concludes your evidence, Dr. Alexander. Let's break for lunch.
Nikki, I hardly saw the WPC. I was talking to the DS. It was my scene.
Tell yourself whatever you want.
I'm not a liar. Now, do you believe me or not? It's important.
No, it's not. It couldn't be less important.
Come here. Let's say you're right. Worst case scenario, the WPC slipped in some blood and then tried to mop up. So what? In a great scheme of things, so what? It does not make him innocent. It is a tiny fragment of the case against him.
Harry, they kept it out of the police report. They suppressed it.
Yes, because they knew the lawyers would seize on it.
As is their perfect right.
And make it all about that. Contamination, contamination, contamination.
You don't get it, do you? When investigations get tunnel vision, it's chronic. It's a black hole. It's like getting married at 16.
What?
You don't know what you're missing.
Well, as you say, her obsessions and grievances with the A&E staff are well documented.
Right. So it wasn't a tumble down the stairs after all. That was easy. What happened to the dispersed spatter being consistent with her falling, striking her head, lying prone, getting back up again and striking her head on the moulding? Or were you being paid by the word?
Harry, if I got it wrong, I will stand up and be counted.
Good luck with that.
What's that supposed to mean?
You spent half an hour telling the coroner that it had to be a staircase fall.
And you spent no
Do
less
you
time
really
insisting
think
that
you can now
Flannery
just
was a killer.
bounce back from
Oh,
that?
congratulations,
That
we
is-
were both
That
wrong.
is barely comparable. It was blindingly obvious to everybody that Bridget Flannery had been beaten to death. But for some reason, you refused to accept
Tell me,
it.
they wouldn't have got to dear Amanda Yanis.
What was it about him? Tell me, seriously. What was it? Did he remind you of your father? Was that it?
I called it as I saw it, and I saw a staircase fall.
Good. Well, tell yourself whatever you have to.
Patch things up with Nikki, will you? Then I will make the call.
I did tell you that I would get it to you as soon as I could, and I will, but I'm waiting. No, but you do understand that. So that I can write it down, that's more important. Harry,
I missed you.
what did you miss about me?
Oh, you know, everything.
Everything.
Even your cast iron, pig-headed stubbornness. I'm sorry.
Ditto.
Doesn't count.
Okay, I'm really, really sorry. Can you get that for me?
Dr. Alexander's phone. Anna Flannery.
Everything okay? Who was that?
A woman called Mary Bradburn. Her husband just died.
How do you know her?
Friends of my parents.
James Bradburn. Have I heard of him?
Might have done, yeah. He's quite a well-known banker. MP for a while, wrote a couple of books.
What happened?
Don't know, yep, just came home and there he was.
Close friends?
Used to be. Yeah, when I was young, very. Used to go on holiday together, you know, that kind of thing. He was great. Very good foil for my dad.
How?
Well, Dad was fun in a dry kind of way, but had his moods and all the rest of it, and James was just big. You know, big man, big presence, huge, generous laugh. I used to worship him because I'd be the one kid there and he was the only adult who laughed at my jokes.
He must have been very generous.
Thank you.
Oh, I love these peeps into the Cunningham world.
It's bleak.
Sweet. Little Harry surrounded by grown-ups.
Still how I feel now.
When did you last see him?
No, not since I was about 12. I remember him being at the funeral after Dad killed himself, but no, not for a long time. How strong are your memories of childhood?
Very. Why?
This is the ring that my mother gave James. And I have a vivid image of standing on a beach in France, watching him catch a ball one-handed. And he's got a wedding ring, and this ring on his little finger, and I'm sure I remember it because it was so unusual for men to wear two rings then.
Why does it matter?
It matters because the person who threw the ball was my dad. Do you think we all turn into our parents?
I think we always were our parents. We spent a few years trying to deny it, and then we give in.
Do you think I'm violent?
No, of course not.
I've shouted at you, haven't I?
You've got a temper.
I'm 37 years old and I still scream like a child. Keep people at arm's length. All my life I've thought that I wanted to be like my father. But it's the last thing on earth anyone would want to be.
Harry, I'll tell you this. If I'm ever in trouble, if I'm ever upset, if I ever need to have a film plot explained to me, then the first person I call is you. Like this thing with your dad and James and your mum is causing you so much pain. Find your dad's inquest report and see if the affair was a factor.
If your children ever turn into you, they will be very lucky.